because I haven't said anything yet. Hello, Thony. How are you doing? All right. So, I have determined that I suck at making guides. I don't have the time to put into it for this game, and this one is. I think this one's exceptionally hard to kind of make a beginner's guide for right now. Um, not even because it's like difficult. I think that's what's difficult about making a guide for it. It's a relatively easy game. Um, and the other thing about it is there's not a whole lot like wrong answers. There's not, at least right now in the beginning, there's not much you can do to break your account. So instead of trying to make a guide and tell you what you should do, I figure we'll do a stream and we'll just kind of go through each of the activities one by one. Uh, I'll probably do an infusion at the end of it, and we'll see what a run through looks like from start to finish. Before we get into anything, does anyone have any just questions? Anything they're having trouble with, or are you just afraid to click the buttons and afraid you're going to make a mistake? I'm going to see how high I can get this extra stamina up to. I have no interest in using it. So I think that's the main thing. I think for anyone starting the game, they see a bunch of systems get thrown at them, and they worry like, oh crap! If I hit this button now instead of this button, did I screw up? Did I ruin it? It's really hard to do in this game. We'll save that for when we get to it. Is there a place I can go? Didn't know how the overclock worked? Yeah, but you figured it out. Like, none of the systems are that overwhelming. You don't need a spreadsheet to figure it out. You got there. Is there a way to see how many infusions I've done? I don't even know that. No, not setting. Oh, I like that. They gave you the option to disable the extra ships. See, people see this right here and they go, "Oh my God." Aha, 6. All right, we've done 6. Good deal. Not that much. Game's been out for a little over a week. I've only done 6, so I'm by no means like an expert. I know y'all are on our Discord. You're already up at the billions, which is crazy work. How does this differ from IPM? Is there less need to restart galaxies? There's a need to restart, but I will agree it's less of a need because you're not competing against anybody else. I've done 6 infusions. I am very, very low on the leaderboards. We have people in our Discord that are doing millions of canisters per infusion. And I still sleep like a baby. I'm not worried about catching up to anybody. So less of a need, but you still need to do it. Yeah, game was out for a week. I played it hardcore, like the first couple days. I did my first 5 infusions, which, I mean, if there's any tip to take away from this, is to do your first 5 infusions as soon as possible. And this is going to open up the game for you, and then you can relax from there, which is exactly what I did. And you can kind of play on your own path. So far, I don't see anyone. Well, let me say this: the only thing I've seen is like affinities. Everyone seems to agree that luck is the best affinity here. But as far as the rest of the stuff goes, it's kind of up to you. It's all going to fall into place at some point. You know, all of this here, you can choose exactly, you know, what you want to fit your play style. Hey, Thony, did you get? There's 3 options last time. Now you need to scroll it down. Oh, they've been updating the game like crazy. Working on it. Did you get Little 4G before they reduced the price? And if so, did they give you that tokenium back? Because originally this guy was up here, and he was 5,000 tokenium, which is what I was saving up for. And now I can buy whatever I want, and it feels great. But that 5,000, I mean, that ramps up pretty quick. They did do a refund? Okay, well, good. See, they're good people. But I know, like, it seems a lot at first, but this game ramps up quick. I know it does. Oh, didn't refund. Okay. Well, they're still good people. Like I said, it ramps up quick. 5,000 is nothing for you, I'm sure. Doesn't do much. It's gonna do a lot for me. Someone like I only log in once a day, uh, and use a little bit of the overtime. You know, I bought all the overtime system enhancements. I'm sure there's gonna be more to come later. And then pump a couple hours into this, and then let some crafting happen for my ledgers before I get ready for work. So for someone like me, who only does infusions, maybe once a week, we'll see. I'm gonna like Little 4G. XP, one of the very important currencies. Use overtime for that. Haven't got any Vespian bonuses. Yeah, XP is extremely important. But, I mean, you wake up once a day. Maybe twice a day for some people. But you wake up after being asleep for so long, and you got all this overtime. I mean, you might as well get it. At least there's a limit to it. Primary focus, XP, credits, and titanium. So yeah, you're playing like the, that's what I would call like the optimal setup. And you will get much further faster than I. But the reason I love games like this and the games from this developer is I can do my own path, and it's not necessarily wrong as long as I'm having a good time. I think I will do an attribute respec though. I really do. I like seeing all the numbers the same number. That's the way I like to go about it. Should try the offline path. I mean, it's just gonna be what it is. So I played Siffy and Iceps for well over a year, and those games are just as in like they're way more in depth actually. They've been going on for a long time, but again, like there's just no pressure to get somewhere right now, as long as you're having a good time. Level 20, yep. I'm at level 20, working on 21. The aha moments are nice. I got a times 100 there. I don't know. There's always going to be a period in these games where you hit. What am I trying to say? You're going to hit breakpoints. I think for people that are rushing right now, they will soon hit a point where they're like they're infusing like once a day, maybe twice a day, and they're ramping and ramping and ramping. They will soon get to a point where if they start to do that, they will bottleneck their account. It happens in Siffy if you're not careful. The amount of tokenium needed will go up, and depending on how quick you're doing it, it'll surpass what you're used to. So there is an argument to be said for taking it easy on that. But by no means do you have to do it as long as I did. At Infusion 6, having 14,000 canisters ready to go, there's no need for that. Let's take a look at the leaderboards and see what everybody else is. So 3.7 million at the very top here. Oh, we can see his stuff. Hell yeah. Alright. What is he up to? Exactly. Dev said top 100 will have nothing to do in a few weeks if they keep the pace up. And they will. There's always going to be someone that, you know, has to be the first to be the first. But the way these games work, eventually it will happen where, yeah, you're kind of waiting for a week or two before your next infusion. So there's no reason to speedrun it. Look at all those zeros. Look, he's kind of got a balanced loadout. Yes, I like seeing this too. He's been chilling. Yeah, 12 hours, 16 hours, 20 hours, 8 hours. Oh, he's okay. This is his current one. He's been there for 8 hours. It says he got trillions of canisters. We got AB canisters right there. No, that's billion. Sorry, not AB. Kind of hard to see that. That's billion and trillion. So, is that what he's currently at? Right now, he's at 3.7 million. Stats page may be bugged. Let's see what this guy's up to. Yeah, it's still kind of balanced. More into, what is that, crafting? No. Go back. Yeah. Oh, mining rig. Okay. Huh. Oh, I see it. Rig build. Car mines. Auto miner. Okay, got it. Why does that say car mines in the chat? Interesting. Yeah, auto miner, because as much as they've been clicking on the screen, luck's important. I'm sure it gets boring staring at the screen and clicking it every 30 minutes. So, depends on how active you want to be. So with that said, how do we get into this? It's an easy game. All of the games are. It's an idle game. You follow the tutorial. You start off with a very small amount of resources. And you click the buttons and the resource numbers get bigger. Not a whole lot to it, which is why making the guides a little difficult for me. But I think with the help of the stream, we can go through hopefully most of the beginner stuff. Just kind of make a, introduction to Chad. Touch on every system that I have available right now. And maybe we can look at later some of the new stuff. And if I miss anything, that's what y'all are here for. Y'all help me out and yell at me if I say something wrong or skip over something. Oh, okay, so this also, I'm not active. I don't play this game like throughout the day. So I have full maximum boost on everything. When you collect the ads, it will just automatically use the boosters for you if you're at maximum capacity. And then of course, if you're not playing, you go offline. When you get back on, that capacity or that time remaining is still there. It doesn't go away. You get 3 of these every day for 45 minutes in total. So it's just been building up. Yeah, I'm gonna leave these at maximum. Maybe one of these days I'll go ham for a couple hours. I don't know. I got a vacation coming up, and I will probably play the game on vacation for sure. So I'm not gonna have the PlayStation. Alright, I'm making editing this for myself a challenge at this point. So I think we just start. They allow auto clickers. Let this run over now. I could, but what if I need it later? This 600 stamina. This would be more important. This would be more useful on the next infusion, not this one. You gotta save it. But yeah, you can't use an auto clicker. Let it play it mine all night for you. It'll be more efficient than the rigs, but again, this type of game, don't need to go that ham with it. Does the offline stuff go in the background? I don't think it does. Like overclocking, if I'm on, this is on. Even if I deactivate it, it doesn't go up. Or are you saying off and on, off and on, off and on? I don't know. I'm not that min-maxy about stuff like this. Do y'all see this up there? What is that? I'm getting what is this thing? I don't know. Maybe it's just a graphic, but it looks like a profile of a head up there. Overclocking though is nice for the crafting. I will say for ledgers, which is what I'm using it for. Okay, I'm trying to focus. As we know, I don't script guides of any kind. I mainly just think about what some people might have a question about and go over it. Maybe later on, during some of the other mechanics of the game, we can do like a more in-depth and close look at one mechanic, but for now, we're just going to try to touch on everything. No, there's a little... Like, that's a rock. I see that. This is like a profile picture of someone. I understand the sun is like lighting it up, but that's weird looking. It's bugging me. Okay, so we're going to try to touch on every system just a little bit. Just, you know, delve our feet in here. I've said it already, but I want to start this off. I'm considering this the beginning of the video. This is not an idle game where your decision is going to make or break your account. This is a game that is meant to be enjoyed casually. There are leaderboards, but it's not a PvP game. You can compete and try to race to the top if that's what you want to do, and I'll try to tell you like most efficient stats you can take, but you do not have to you don't have to go that ham with it. I myself only done 6 infusions. Game's been out for a week. I'm taking it slow. I'm enjoying my time. So this isn't going to be a how to play the game the most optimal way. I'm just going to look at all the systems with you. If I see something that I've seen some questions about, we'll touch on a little bit deeper. But this is just going to be like a first impressions, a first look at what you are doing in Chad on a day-to-day basis or on a week-to-week basis, however you want to play. Rock doesn't cover all of it. I see it on mine too. Okay, yeah. I kind of see it now that it's dark. Alright. First thing we're going to do when we get into Chad is you're going to be clicking on this screen. This is how you mine rocks. Your worthless rock up here is the first resource you get. This worthless rock becomes very worthwhile very quickly. Not only for crafting, but for actually selling. As it stands, and I'm sure it'll change, selling the ore unrefined is netting me the most income right now. So the worthless rock, very good. And as you can see, we are mining the most of it out of all of our resources here. So you start off the game mining this worthless rock. Click on the screen, you have stamina. Stamina recharges once every couple seconds depending on your rate. There's ways to buff this, and if you have a stamina charge, you click once and boom, stamina goes down by 1. Alright, let's see, we have abilities right here. These abilities, you'll activate those through the infusion that you will do in the game. The infusion is your typical idle game reset. You know, you reset all your progress, get some attributes, some attribute points, and or skill points, whatever you want to call them, and they'll make your next run a little bit better. I think when you start off, you're mining like 0.001 worthless rock per click, and now we're up to 100,000. So yeah, abilities we get through infusing. We'll look at those later, but every so often, yet they have a cooldown. Click the abilities, you'll get like you can see the question mark here, you can click on it and see exactly what it does. They just help make your mining better. Affinities up here in the right, these are part of our affinity skill tree. Occasionally you will get some bonuses from that, we'll talk about that in a minute, but you can see like these will count down, and every time I click and crit, I get a little bonus from that. You've got crit chance and crit power. You have a chance to crit. When you do, you will get this multiplier worth of whatever resource you're mining. Every time you click, you have a chance to crit, and it will actually show on the screen when you crit. Down here at the bottom of this screen, you have your boosters. You are introduced to this in the game very early. Each booster has its own use, and you get so many boosters per day for free by watching ads. Of course, if you have the ad pack, you don't have to watch them, you just get them. Use them if you will. If you're like me and you're not that active, then when your boosters are maxed out and you collect your free boosters for the day, they will simply just activate automatically. So that's how I'm going to keep it. I think that's all on this screen. Is there anything I missed? Up here, this little icon, this little box, you'll see this all over the game. This is your storage icon. This is where you can go in and see exactly how much of each resource you have, and you can kind of try to plan a route through your current infusion with the resources you have available. So if you know that you need to craft a certain amount of Vespium ingots and you're low on Vespium, then you can plan stuff out with this screen right here. You actually look at it quite a bit, more than I thought you would. It's good to have. Okay, mining screen. Anything I missed? So far so good? I need to breathe between talking sections, otherwise I'll be blue in the face by the end of this. Okay, moving on. Carrying on through the different screens we have, going next up, and by the way, if you click on the buttons down here, this will just take you back to the overview of the galaxy. You can click on the asteroid here and mine it that way. This is your potato. You can also use your abilities here, and it's just this is a really cool like overworld view. You can zoom in and zoom out. I don't know if I can. Oh, there we go. I gotta do it this funky way. There we go. And if you're wondering what these ships are around me, if you don't have these are the in-app purchases, and I'm getting ahead of myself. But clicking on any one of these icons has their own function, and if you're in the middle of this and need to get back to this screen, just click on this icon down here again. Okay, next tab is the garage. This is where you upgrade your mining tools. The top one up here, the mining hammer NK2, increases the minimum mining value. Very important. You can see up here, every time we click, we have a chance to hit 100,000 of the worthless rock or 200,000. And every time you increase the top one here, this minimum number gets bigger. meaning you are guaranteed to mine more on every click. This one down here increases the max mining value. So you may not get this number, but you can, and it's worth it to upgrade both of them in tandem. They work well together. You early on, you'll hit a point where you're upgrading these, and you think this one's the best one. It's a really good one, but you can hit the cap on this. And what I mean by that is when you upgrade this and the minimum number is about to be bigger than the maximum number, that doesn't work. The maximum always has to be bigger. So you have to upgrade these in tandem. And then of course, I don't know when this unlocked, but this also increases how much tokenium you get. Tokenium is the main resource you use when you reset your galaxy. So the garage is for increasing your equipment. You also have your stamina capacity recharge right down here. This one's super expensive, but for a good reason. Recharge capacity on stamina is very useful and very expensive. The stars that you see here, once you get to a certain level, like my next star is going to be at level 200, you can evolve your equipment, which is going to increase. One thing I noticed that I didn't like about this, it'll increase the value up here, but it doesn't increase your value right here. So this number doesn't go up, this number will. Just know that when you evolve, it gets stronger. Am I wrong about that, or does it just increase like how many levels you can go up? Because I could have swore this number went up. Early access. Yes, you can still get in the early access if you join the Discord. It's one of the pages in there. I think it's like general announcements or chat announcements. You just gotta click the link in there, and they explain it. It's under a section. I mean, I'll pull it up. I know we did that on the IPM stream. Yours or theirs? It's theirs. So OctoCube Games, Community Mobile. Let's see, I know what's in here. Where'd it go? Because I know I saw it. Yeah, here it is. Here, I'll show you real quick. Discord, Community Mobile, Octo Games Community Mobile, forgive me. This is their Discord channel. You can find it on Google. Go to General Announcements, and you're looking for this page here. This is not how we wanted to release it. This link right here will link your Google account to be considered a tester for this game, and you can download the game if you haven't already. Great question. I'm going to have to find a way to insert that in the beginning of whatever video I'm trying to make for this. Okay, so back to it. I need to infuse to double check, but I do believe this number up here actually does go up, and of course with evolving your equipment you can upgrade it further. We might double check that when we do an infusion here in a minute. That's your crafting screen. Just makes you mine more. Everything in the game is going to make you mine more. It all works together. I'm thinking. I don't think you get the forge before your first infusion, do you? Yes, this all carries over to release, including in-app purchases. I've seen some concerning talks about the account. So you have, like this says, this is Demon Ace's account. I have an Octo ID down here. I've heard of some people that they still don't have an Octo ID. OctoCube Games is still like they have reassured us multiple times, yes, everything will carry over. If you don't see your Octo ID though, I don't know what to do about that. I haven't heard anything. Alright, let me drop this stamina real quick. Hopefully. I would make sure when you click the link and go to Google Play, and then, or not Google, it'll take you to Google, and you click the button that says, yes, I want to be a part of this. Make sure you're signed into the same account that you use on Google Play. I didn't have any issues. I'm not sure everybody else's situation, because some people are iOS, they're using an emulator for this. It may have gotten messed up that way. I'm not 100% sure. Make sure whatever account you're logged into on Google when you click the button is the same account you're going to log into when you download the game. That's the best I got right now. They said this is the version that will be continuously updated. No carryover needed, as you won't be installing a new game. Are they going to be releasing? They're still going to be releasing the game for people to download without having to go to that link, right? Like, they have to. They have to. By far, it's got to be one of the worst game releases I've ever seen for a mobile game. I know it was like all on Google, but still, that was rough. Okay, we're gonna move on. I'm gonna go ahead and say this now. This is in no particular order, except for the order that we're seeing it on the screen. If I click on something and you don't have it unlocked yet, rest assured you will. I just don't know when. I don't know if it's gonna be locked for you right now. I know some of this stuff is. I'm not sure when it unlocks, but it will very quickly. We're just gonna go in order. So if I'm explaining something that you haven't unlocked yet, then you can skip past it. Don't worry about it. Signed up, waiting for it to let me download. Okay, should be coming up. So with that being said, next up is the Forge. Ooh, hold on, we need to see this. This is a good one. If you see the purple blinking dot on your icon, this is an asteroid. Now, this is an ad. If you click it, the game is going to ask you if you want to watch an ad to get the bonus. Now, if you have purchased the ad reward pack, you get this little guy right here, the asteroid catcher. So this is going to float into the asteroid catcher. Boom, and I get the rewards from it. No ads. Now, you can purchase the no ads pack, but you still have to get the asteroid catcher. Otherwise, you still have to go to wherever that purple blinking dot is, find the asteroid, and click on it. It's a bit of a weird ad system, but as far as like lore and theme and stuff, I think it's so cool. I've never seen anything like it. It's going to get tedious and annoying later on, but that's the whole point of the catcher. It's so cool. I'm glad we saw that. Okay. Alright. So where was I? Yes, if I'm going over something that you haven't unlocked yet, you will very soon. I am not that far into the game, so I'm just gonna go down the list. Next up is the Forge. This is where we can craft items. these will be used in many different parts of the game, but this is how you craft certain items. If we click on the plus symbol here, we can see the different items we can craft. You will unlock more as you go. You will see what resource it requires. This right here is how much of that resource it is using, and this is how much of this product you will get out of it when you're done. You can actually set up your forge to say, you know, I want to craft 60,000 of these things. When you're done crafting 60,000, turn off. Okay, so you can set it up that way for anyone that wants to min-max and not use too much of one resource until they are ready for it. So that is possible to do it that way. This is how you go and select your crafting recipe. I had a brain fart there. Typically, I just leave it on auto, and you know, I'll pay attention to it, and I'll watch this go up. Very like early on, yeah, you need to watch your resources. It does not take long for you to get to the point where it doesn't matter how much you craft or when you craft it, how long you let it run. You're never going to run out of the resource. But some people like to min-max, and for them, that feature's there, and it's great. Talking about the asteroid animation, yeah, I was looking for it. I bought the asteroid catcher before I ever saw one, and I was like, I know it said there's asteroids somewhere. Where are they at? I was so happy. They have a jade one too. So it's the purple one, and there's the green one. Purple for the ether and green for the jade. Okay, up here on top of your crafter, you'll see these little icons here. These are the different bonuses that you are getting for your crafter. You can click on them. It'll tell you what the bonus is. It's not necessary to know. I mean, you might be able to see like where one area is lacking on your account, but it's just neat little information. One of the best things about this developer and the games they make is if you don't know exactly what's going on and what all this stuff is, they make it to where you can figure it out really easily, typically by just clicking on stuff. They'll give you all the information, and their Discord also has a lot of information as well. I really highly recommend checking out their Discord. People over there are very active, they talk a lot, and they also have like a information hub for beginners and just talks about the various systems. So yeah, this stuff up here, different bonuses, you can click on them, see what they mean. Again, we have an inventory icon on this screen. You can see how much of everything you have. Down here, this is crafting speed. You can see mine's at 134%, and it will cost me 14 billion to upgrade it again. I've got 1 trillion credits, so I think I could afford this one. So we're gonna click this, and we go from 134 to 136. Obviously, it just makes your crafter faster. On this side of your crafter is compression. This one is very, very expensive. What this does is allow you to craft more than the default number of items. So when we start off, you can only craft one of these industrial bits, and that's it. When you upgrade your compression, it will allow you to craft more in one craft. As we saw earlier, I was doing like 32. So you upgrade your compression. Very important here, if you have a recipe active and you upgrade your compression, you cannot upgrade. You have to hit the plus or minus to tell it, I want to use the compression system. You cannot click these buttons until you cancel out your recipe, and as you see, the plus button becomes active. So now we can upgrade, and we can say, hey, I want to use first tier of compression. The yield is how much of the product you're going to get back. So now instead of 1, I will get 2. Cost is times 3. This 0.90 here, it was a 0.30 at compression 1. I'll show you that right here. 0.30. So it went up by times 3. And then the time also went up. The time to craft it went up by 1.5, or times 1.5. Every time you level up your compression, these numbers multiply. So yield went up from times 2 to times 4, cost from times 3 to times 9. It's not times 6, it's times 9. And then time also went up. It just keeps going up. However, this does get, it's very useful. You're going to need to craft a ton of stuff in this game. We're talking hundreds of thousands of various recipes and materials. Have the link worked? Heck yeah, glad to hear it. Okay, crafters. I think the only other thing is you start off with just one crafter. You'll see the option to purchase more crafters as the game goes on. As you can see, my 5th crafter here costs 30 trillion credits to unlock. I still haven't gotten there myself, so you'll be able to unlock these other slots eventually. You'll see that. Okay, that is crafting. Again, I need to breathe or I'm gonna die. Anyone questions? Have I missed anything? Does anyone know something better that I missed? Or did I explain it wrong? Tell me now, or forever hold your peace. Gotta use my stamina real quick. Here's a tip. I missed this one. You don't have to single click. You can just click and hold. I'm embarrassed to tell you how long it took me to figure that out. I was in my mind in the beginning. There's no way they expect me to click this screen. There's got to be an auto clicker in the game somewhere. You can just hold the screen. You're good, Av. I'm doing it like a live guide, I guess you can say. There's a lot to talk about just starting out in the game, and man, making a video about it by myself, I don't know, I'd be too lonely. Couldn't do it without y'all. And then later on, I'll chop this up into a somewhat cohesive video if anyone wants to watch that, for just like the information. Chad level is currently 20, and man, he slows down. Took like 2 days to get there, but I'm also not that active. Oh my god, it's 6 o'clock. I've got to work tomorrow. We gotta hurry. Just turned level 17 a few hours ago. Very nice. And you started this weekend, yeah. Like 18, 19? Oh my god. Definitely invest in experience. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, where are we at? We did Forge. Next up is projects. These are, you can unlock these through the Forge. The materials that you craft in the Forge are what you need to unlock the projects. This is one of the things that will reset every time you do an infusion, so it's a little daunting at first, but I promise it gets easier. And it's your choice on how far you want to go. I am a lazy farmer, and I will spend as much time in my galaxy as I want to for this type of game. So I have maxed out these nodes here at the top that require 10 out of 10 before they're maxed out. Do you have to do these ones? No. they're not incredibly useful except for your hub level up here. Thanks for joining, Thony. Have a nice day at work. We'll talk to you later. So every time you level up a node or a level of a node, you will get 25 or some amount of hub XP. This will increase your hub level, which also increases the amount of credits you earn from selling resources. So that is useful to upgrade them that way. But as far as like utility, you don't have to go that far. You'll learn pretty quickly like which nodes are the best. Just I'll say it here. Any node that unlocks a resource, your tokenium, your vespium, and where's the other one? Is it here? Jade. I guess it's all down this tree right here. The nodes that unlock these resources, I prefer to go for these as soon as I start a new infusion. I don't want to waste any clicks not getting a resource that I could be getting, you know what I mean? But it gets easier. This like first like ring of nodes here, very, very quick to get. I recommend just keeping everything balanced, at least for now. Once all of this out here kind of opens up, this is going to get real expensive real quick. This is when we can start to talk about which one you want to go for first and why. But early on, just starting out, just max out the tree. It doesn't take that long. You don't have to do the 10 out of 10 nodes unless you're planning on hanging out for a while. Yeah, this is all for early game. And that's projects. Crafting gets you the node, yada yada yada. Yeah, okay. By the way, y'all are seeing in real time like how I make guides. This is how I've done it since the beginning of the channel. I ramble to myself, talk about something. I usually go back and forth a few times, and then I just cut out the parts where I'm not talking fluently. Isn't that fun? Okay, again, keeping everything just in order and getting through this, we are going to talk about cores next. These are boosts to your current infusion is what I'm calling it. I believe that's what the game calls it, but it's your current infusion. So this does reset on infusion. Again, it's not that big a deal. You'll get these back very quickly. You acquire company cores by making profit. So at 2 trillion credits, and this is cumulative, so it's just going to keep going up. No, it's not, because I have 1.5 trillion. It's not cumulative. Anyway, at 2.32 trillion credits, I will get some cores. I'm going to get 3 on a rank up here. You can invest these 3 into whatever you want, and as you can see here in the middle, once I reach this this circle fills up right here, 7 out of 24. Once I invest 24 more of these chips, I'm going to get a times 1.05 bonus to all of the stats that I've invested into. So it's just a nice little boost to the account. On this screen, I would say the tokenium is definitely going to be the best one you want to invest to first. I like getting a little bit more vespium early. Excuse me. Early on, I invested pretty much the same amount into vespium. This is a little bit more of a rare resource and harder to come by. Eventually, we're probably going to do away with all of this, and we're just going to do tokenium and credits. But definitely tokenium and the other stuff, invest into it if you want to. Once you get up to a certain level, it's going to cost more than 1 to upgrade a node, and that's when you might want to start putting points into something else. Again, very early game, late game, I have no idea what the distribution needs to be, but this isn't permanent and it resets every infusion, so not a big deal. Tokenium, and then whatever you feel like you need right then when you have some chips to spend. Infusion chamber and ledger explain. No, we have not done that yet. We started at mining and we're just working down the list. We're just gonna do one thing at a time. I don't think there's a, God, I don't want to do like a from the beginning guide. We're just gonna touch on all the systems. It's gonna be a log freaking video. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to edit this to that. I still haven't eaten today. Oh, okay. That's company cores, nice and easy. So yeah, so far like all the systems, it seems like a lot, especially in the beginning. It all kind of gets thrown at you all at once. It's all easy, and again, none of this is gonna make or break your account or your run. There are definitely more optimal paths you can take, but don't be afraid. Just click some buttons and see what happens, and later on you'll figure out the path that works best for you. Alright, up next is exchange. Let's look at that. Now, here we have multiple systems going on, but this is where we make our money. Up here at the top, this is our credits. This is what we get from this screen. We unlock different merchants at different points in the game. They offer money for different resources. The first guy here will take your raw ore. These are your worthless rocks, and this is your Vespium ore. And you can sell them an amount of that ore for this amount of money. You can adjust the slider here to say, I only want to sell 1,100 Vespium, and you give me 13 million, that sounds good to me. And boom, just made 13 million credits. So you can choose how much you want to sell and of what resource. You can sell crafted items, and I think that's going to be some in-game stuff. Eventually these are going to be how you make your money, I'm sure. But right now, for me, you can see the worthless rocks. They're not that worthless as much as we've mined. 893 billion, these are great. But there was like an Infusion 2 or 3 Vespium was the best thing for me to sell, as well as like the, what is it, the glass here, worthless rock glass, whatever it's called. So this is just where you go to make money. You are going to want to come in here every now and then as you progress through the game, through your infusion, get your mine rate up, get your garage up. You know, all of this stuff costs money, so eventually, you know, as you interact with all of these systems and you start making more and more money from mining more and more resources, then you come back to exchange, make some more money, and repeat the process. Treefold, thanks for joining. I know I've seen your name on the Discord before. Where can I find this game? Can find it in the App Store. This is this is also, it doesn't work on iOS. This is Google Play only, so you can use an emulator or get an Android. Unfortunately, right now that's the only way. Eventually it will come to iOS, just not right now. Okay, another thing on your exchange, you can see here to the left of the sell button is your auto sell button. How does that work? Well, if you go down here into trade routes, we have a lot of different sliders. So you can tell, this is how the auto sell works. This says right here, auto sell every 30 seconds when enabled. This slider will adjust how often it auto sells. You can sell every 1 second if you want to. Just as soon as that comes in, I want to sell it. You can also, the slider right here, how much it sells, they work in tandem. So it's not going to sell everything you have. It's going to sell whatever this slider's up to. Yeah, that's right. So both of these sliders work together, and then once you click the auto sell button, let me see, I'll just turn this down to 1 second. We're gonna click auto sell. We have 2.45 billion. Boom, sold it, and yep, it's all gone. There we go, we just ranked up. So that's your auto sell. Again, maybe later down the road this is going to be more useful. I haven't really touched it or used it yet. We'll get there. I'm sure we will. And lastly, open ledgers. This one I know for sure you're not going to have immediately. It takes 5 or 6 infusions to get to, but very important. This is your meta progression, or one of your meta progressions in the game. The bonuses that you get from here will never reset, and you can see all the bonuses I have up here at the top. This is what I've accumulated from the open ledger here. The open ledger requires typically a crafted resource. So we can see, I can't see that name, Nina Lima Lynn. I love the characters in this game. While I'm saying that, like, go take a look and read through their bios and get to know these people. They did a good job with the story, artwork, and design of the game. It's worth a look. Nima Lima Lin has requested a shipment of jade for the Jade Collectorate. So open the ledger. If you have the amount of jade, you can complete the order, and these are the rewards we will get. I have not completed this simply because I wanted to show it off, and so now I'm going to complete it, and boom, that's done. Typically there's like 3 or 4 options that you have right here to choose from and work towards, and most of the time it's going to involve a crafted resource from your forge, but the open ledger is kind of, at least for me, what I've just been working on every time I do an infusion. I want to go see what the ledger has, see if what they are wanting is achievable, and regardless of the reward, because these don't reset, they don't re-roll, it's just meta progression. So if I don't do it now, it's still gonna be there on the next infusion. So it's just always something that you're working towards. Very nice system. It gives you something to do and something to look forward to as you play through your run. Looks really neat. It is really neat. It's a good auto game. These guys make good auto games. There's plenty to do to keep you invested. We got some cores. I'm gonna do a tokenium and a credit. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's been an hour. So far, is this helping anybody? Anyone have any questions? Did I miss something? Steam, I don't think so. But if you have a computer, well, I mean, you could be using a Steam Deck, I guess. Do you have a computer? I'm using an emulator. That's what a lot of people are using, actually. Let's see, where's the Discord? Did I turn it off? There it is. Are you also using Mew Mew Player? Why does it do this? Yeah, I want you over here. Forgive me, I'm looking at Discord, looking for Steam results. I mean, nothing yet. I don't know if they're ever going to release it on Steam. You're not the only person kind of hoping for it. Oh, you are using a laptop. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Here, I got you. You're gonna use. You're gonna use this thing right here, Memu Player. You can also use BlueStacks, or you can use the built-in Google Play games. Any of these three should get you on this game. You may have to go to their Discord and use the link to actually get into the game. Join my channel's Discord if you have questions for any of this. But any of these they're very easy to set up. Just download it, and it's basically like having a phone on your computer. So looks like this, just like a phone. Get in there, log into your Google account, download a game, start playing. I know it's not ease of access, but it's, it's something. From my understanding, now the native app, the Google Play Games beta, it's still in beta for a reason. I think it's terrible. I hate using it, so I'm not using it. I use Memu. This thing's been awesome. All right, that was exchange. Okay, we're making progress. We're getting somewhere. I'm getting a little tired myself. Bear with me. I might, dump this into 2 parts. I don't know. We'll see how the editing goes. There's a lot to cover in just the beginning here. Okay, we're gonna move on to. Yeah, this should be quick. Rigs. Again, something you're going to unlock later. I promise it'll be very quick. I know I keep saying that. You're going to get it soon. This is your auto miner. So far we've been collecting resources manually by clicking. This has its own stats, and this will, as you can see, it is collecting a resource for me on its own every 17 seconds, which can be upgraded using money, just like everything in the world. Every 17 seconds, it will give me, so much ore, which can also be upgraded using money. It's got its own stats. It can crit, and this thing will work offline with a given infusion node. I don't think it does it at first. You have to get a node to make it work offline. But this will be your offline income when you get it. Again, relatively soon. Over here in the workshop, this is actually unlocked, if I'm remembering correctly, in the nodes. Yeah, that's the silicate glass. Veska's workshop. If you don't have this node available to unlock, again, later on, it's going to happen. Just play the game, you'll see. Workshop, these are scanners which allow you to collect more of a certain resource and more often. I guess one of the things we didn't talk about was Every time you click a button, you're getting worthless rocks. Every time, 100% of the time. But your Vespium here, you're only getting this 16% of the time if you're at my level. Tokenium, you're only getting 14% of the time, almost 15. And Jade is only 12. Well, if you go over here to the workshop, you can increase. So we right now it says 16.7, or is that 18? I can't see. I think it's 18. 18.7. This is 16.19. So if I go upgrade this a couple of times, now it is 16.3. Heck yeah, we're gonna get more Vespium. So it increases how much you mine and how often you're gonna mine it. So a very useful tool. Again, just another system that we're going to use to help increase our run next time we get after it. This is the same way with everything else. Tokenium is going to be your bread and butter. It's what you want to put the most points into. Tokenium is what you use to infuse and start your next galaxy with bigger and better boosts. And that's it for workshop. I will be right back, guys. Oh, okay. Oh my god, that was the first 17 screens to go through. Let's keep it going. When you're looking at your potato with no other systems on your screen, this is what you see, and on this screen are even more systems. Firstly, we have the objectives. This is, again, another meta progression. These do not re-roll, they don't reset. When you infuse, these are always here until you complete them. Sometimes they'll give you a crafted resource. Sometimes they will give you a premium resource. Sometimes they'll give you tokenium canisters. It just depends. But when you infuse, this doesn't reset. There's no daily timer. It's just more, goals for you to achieve while you play the game. Obviously, it's meant to be kind of like a guide through the game. Hey, do this, and you'll get this reward for it. And you'll notice that doing it is going to take a minute. So you're like, oh, okay, I need to work towards that. I've only done 6 infusions, and it's telling me here, hey, if you do 8, we'll give you 1,000 canisters. That sounds pretty good. I should probably do 8 somewhat soon. So the objectives are good. Follow the objectives. These are like your missions in an RPG. They'll help guide you through the game. Down here, the blinking red hexagon thingy. This is your nav console. I didn't even know it was called that until I'm doing a guide right now. I'm not going to go through all of these. I will go through some of them. Level rewards. You have a free path that everyone gets. Every time your Chad reaches a certain level, you'll get a bonus. Some of these are meta bonuses that are permanent boost to your account forever. Some of them are just a premium resource or a booster. There is a premium side for $10. You can unlock all of this. As you can see, same thing. It's still just a booster or a premium resource or a meta progression stat. I will be getting this at some point, just not right now. Probably, seeing how long it takes for Chad to level up, this does not seem very worth it right now. It only goes up to 100. Right now, number one player is at like level 34. So even he's having a hard time getting some of these bonuses. I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm just saying it's okay to wait. You don't have to buy it to win the game. Achievements. You're going to see this screen so many times while you're playing. These things come like candy. As you can see, you have different achievements for different things, gaining resources, crafting stuff, selling stuff, using stamina, sneezing, drinking coffee in the morning, all of your basic daily activities will give you these achievement rewards. This is one of the premium currencies. This is Ether, and we'll show you where you can use that later, but you're going to visit this screen so many times, it's great. You also have one-timers. This also gives you Ether as a reward, but these are just little achievements, little personal goals for your account. You can see I've already collected these. You can only collect them one time, as the name implies, but it's fun to work towards them and like see how far you've gotten. So this is always, it's just a nice thing to have. Always love when games have a personal goal achievement system that you can work on. One of these days this board will be filled out. I can't wait. The rewards aren't that much, but hey, you can't say no to free rewards. Next up is the calendar loot. Every day you play, and this is calculated offline. The game has a maximum of a 48-hour offline timer that it will keep up with, and your calendar reward will reflect that. So every 24 hours from the moment you start the game, this isn't available immediately, you have to play 24 hours, but every 24 hours you get another daily reward. Again, this does not reset, and it will be calculated offline. There's premium currency, boosters, meta progression. It's a reason to come back and log in every day is to get a new reward. Looks like it is capped. I don't know for how long. I just know it does not reset. So if you miss a day, who cares? It'll be fine. Just come back later. But if you play for a year, you can get 3,000 Ether. So that's pretty neat. Plus all the other stuff will be useful. I don't even know what this is. That's crit chance, I think. Anyway, calendar rewards, always good. They give you a lot of free stuff in this game. They're very generous with it. Look at that. I didn't even do anything, and we got an achievement. What did we get? Hey, there you go. Like I said, you're going to visit this screen so many times while you play. It's insane. I love it. Anything else here? Cloud account. This is useful for me, switching between PC and phone for streaming videos and just playing in the off time. They have a cloud system, so save your current progress to the cloud, switch devices, then load from the cloud. It does work. That's how we're here right now. Very good. You got your stats page. You can go in here and kind of see a little bit of an overview of everything you've ever worked on, what you did, and that's always nice for a lot of people to have that availability. You've got leaderboards. Don't be scared about this. I'm ranked 4,000. I've barely touched the game. It's not that big a deal. But you can always come in here. You can actually click on the number one player and see what his account looks like. and what he's doing and why he's doing it maybe. So pretty neat to come in here and look at the leaderboards. And if you are, just compare yourself to everybody else, see where you're at. You need leaderboards in a game like this, but you don't have to worry about it. Cannot stress that enough. Everything else here, roadmap, nothing here yet, but they've got a tab for it. So hopefully we'll see some panels and content here for what's coming to the game. This is still, I would consider this early access. This is not, it's the full release, like don't get me wrong, but when it comes to an Octocube game, this is nowhere near as in-depth as their other games they've already released. It is releasing with more content than those games released with, but it does not have near as much content as those games have right now. So do with that what you will. This will get very in-depth and very complicated. I say complicated. It's just going to be, there's a lot more to it than what we're seeing today. Ether. We can click on it here in this screen, or we can hit the store button. They both take you to the same spot. So we might as well talk about that next. Ether is the purple cube. This is a premium resource. This is the one you can spend money to get. It also tells you, if you click on the plus sign up here, how you can get it from other areas. It is your premium resource. You can get it from buying packs. You can get it from just buying ethers straight up. And can I just say this? Like, looking at it, their best value, highest dollar pack is not $99. How many games have you seen where the first thing they do is get you into the shop and they're like, all right, look, here's the deal. This is the premium resource. If you get this, it's going to boost you up. And obviously the best one's a $99 one. They don't even have that option. It's a $40 if you wanted to. You don't have to. They do have meta packs for all sorts of different stuff. So you can see that I have the Worthless Rocks multiplier, no ads. Everyone recommends no ads. If you're going to do no ads, you might as well do the Asteroid Catcher. It's nice to have. The Asteroid Catcher will also collect you ether without you even having to look at the screen. So if you spend just a little bit of money, they'll give you premium currency for as long as you play the game, and just let the Asteroid Catcher do its thing. Very nice. And then Mining Pod, Extra Vespium, and Tokenium. So this right here altogether, I spent $24. Like, it was like $23.70 something. I don't know, math and taxes, but I put $25 into Google Play and I bought all of these. So there's going to be more later. There will. I'm not saying that, but for now, like at the very launch of a game, $25 to get all of the premium packs, not bad. I'm done shilling. It's a good game. I support the developers. You don't have to, but if you want to, this is where you can do it. If you're going to do anything, at the very least, no ads, depending on how much you like the game. What's up, Swag? How you doing, bud? Okay, the whole reason we came in here was for ether. This is where you spend your ether. We have different upgrade options available that all pertain to every single area of the game. You got your credits, worthless rocks, mined, your mining value, stamina, tokenium, XP. You have all of it, and it goes on for a minute. So there's a lot of stuff here to unlock. Don't freak out. Again, this is not one of those, oh man, I upgraded this first. Did I mess it up? Am I screwed? No. You can come back and do this whenever. You're not going to be as optimized as someone else maybe, but did you mess up your account? No, you're fine. So do whatever you feel is what you need in the moment. That's how I have been playing these games, and I've been enjoying it for years. If you want optimized credits, Tokenium, and XP. These are your big three. Those are where you want to put the most of your resources into. And as you can see, I didn't do that. What I did is I maxed this one out. And then I maxed this one out. And they're not maxed out now, and I'll show you why in a second. But I just went down the list. It's not that big a deal. So don't freak out about it. But if you care that much, the big three, XP, Tokenium, and credits. Everything else, as you can get it. Or just keep it even. Yeah, Ether and Jade. Dude, Swag, I'm going to take a segue here since you're here. I just completed a ledger for 7,500 Jade. And then you know what it did? It's like, okay, well, sweet. You got any more? How about 20,000 more? Can you cough that up for me real quick? Good Lord, man. Jade is not easy to come by. It took me 3 days to get that Jade. You need 20,000 more. I love it. We're going to be playing this game for a minute. Okay, so as I said, we upgraded just everything all at once. You know, with the premium packs, you get some Jade, Ether in there as well. So we upgraded everything, and as you can see, they're not maxed anymore. And that is because of sponsors. Sponsors are, again, meta progression. These cost Ether to unlock, and they're more expensive to unlock, but they are a one-time purchase. You don't have to level these up. It's a one-time purchase for a bigger value right out the gate. And this max +2 to levels is why I am no longer maxed out here. I have purchased, 8 of these. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So 12 levels is what I have gained. I can, put 12 more levels into all of this stuff. That's where that comes from. And then the bazaar is another place we can spend our Ether. At some point, we will reach the end of this list until they add on to it. I'm sure they will. Once we do, then where do you spend your Ether? You can spend it in the bazaar. I don't think there's anywhere else. But this resets weekly, and these are just bonuses and boosts and potions, whatever you can use for your account. There's a limit to how much you can purchase per week, and it does reset weekly. So if you're a very active player, the bazaar is where you might want to spend some Ether to help get you going. I haven't touched it. I don't care about it. We're good, but it's pretty neat. It's a good sink for the premium resource once you're done using it. Gets worse after the 20k, Jay. Don't tell me that. Oh, dude, I'm on infusion number 6. I didn't know how So being a content creator, as I call myself, as much as that means, I have not been playing or infusing. I'm still on infusion 6 with 15,000 canisters ready to go. You know what I was gonna do? I was gonna save 5,000 so I could get little 4G, but he's 500 now, so I'm gonna get him, plus about 20 other things that I have no idea what to go for next. It's gonna be great. Infusion 6, 15,000 canisters. It's not a lot in the grand scheme of things, but for Infusion 6, I feel like that's a lot. This is what we call hell roading. This is not even the most extreme version of it, but hell roading is when you take forever to do a infusion. Just to say that, hey, yeah, you have 1,000,000 canisters, you did that in 20 infusions. Well, I have 1,000,000 canisters, I did it in 10, How you like them apples? That's what hell roading is. You don't have to do it. I did it just for the content. God, it's been... I can't wait to push that button. Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of the video, is the guide. is to show everyone, like, don't do what I'm doing. I'm doing this in my own time and how I feel. I'll tell everyone not to do that. I definitely should, but I was worried if I pushed that button, we wouldn't be where we are today. No one would be hearing from me about this game, and I'm already seeing people ask questions about what to do next. So I'm gonna wait. We're gonna do this video, and then I'll push the button, and then we'll do another video later. After a few more button pushes. Oh, hour and a half. Oh, it's gonna take me 4 hours to edit this. Oh, just to cut out all the BS. Thanks everyone for hanging out, everyone that has. I knew this was going to be an endeavor. I knew there's a lot to talk about. I didn't want to skip over anything for any new people. I tried looking on Discord. I didn't see any swag. Did you? I didn't see like any build guides or, you know, click this button first guide. There's people talking for sure, and you can check what the leaders are doing. But on Discord, no like written guides yet, from what I've seen. There is the information hub. I will say that's very useful. I'm gonna plug that somewhere in here. Okay, what's next? We did Ether, which is the shop icon. So let's go up an icon to motivate our crew. Here's where we can use our Jade. The Jade is the green resource. There's another place you can use it. We'll go over that in a second. This is the green resource. You can get this from mining. You also get Jade asteroids that come around. As you can see, mining it is it's not as like rare as tokenium, but like as far as like getting it, but the amount that you get when you mine is incredibly small. It takes a long time to build this up. Luckily, it does come in the form of asteroids. When those asteroids hit, they do give you a pretty decent amount, so that's good. I opened a guide channel in the past 48 hours for creators on Octohorde Discord. Probably for like written guides, like people that do Excel and stuff. That, meh. No, it is not on Steam. It is on Android, Google Play, emulators with Google Play. It's on Google. It's an app, mobile game. But yeah, probably content creators that do spreadsheets and written guides, and I don't know if they'll let me put my stuff in there, but we'll see, you know. It took a minute for IPM to recognize me. Maybe this one will hop on, or you know, maybe I'll get in there with this one. Scythian Iceps was too far along for me to try to do anything with. Okay, where were we? Yes, so this uses Jade. These are, once again, more meta bonuses. This booster, it's not meta in that case. Okay, so this is a booster. Typically, requires you to watch an ad, and when you watch the ad, you get like 30 minutes or something of this being filled up to a maximum of 4 hours. If you have the no ads pack, this is active all the time, and you can use, if it's active, you're getting these bonuses right here. And if you use your Jade resource, you can upgrade these bonuses down here. pretty simple. It's another ad system. If you buy the ad pack, it's active all the time, and this is a sync for the Jade resource. I'm just gonna post it on YouTube. Maybe people will talk about me in the Discord, and then we can go from there. I don't want to talk to people and do more work. This is already enough. I'm tired. I'm not that dedicated. It's the whole reason we're doing this on a stream, because I couldn't do this without y'all. I'm probably gonna have to do this in a 2-part video. We'll see, or maybe just upload a long one, and people are gonna have to come back and finish it, because even I'm getting tired of listening to myself. Okay, next icon is the stopwatch. This is overclocking. This will accumulate while you are offline. There is a ratio. It's not minute for minute. So down here, you can also use Jade to upgrade these. Down here is where you can upgrade what the maximum capacity is. Right now, I am storing 3 hours and 50 minutes of overclock speed. That being said, I am only getting 17 minutes per hour away. Let's call it 15 just to be even. If it was at 15 minutes, it would take me 4 hours of offline time to get 1 hour of overclock time. And then in total, I can have 4 hours. You can upgrade these with your Jade. It's very beneficial. Activating overclock in-game, which I have active right now, increases everything. Your stamina recharge rate, your crafting speed, and like your rig speed. Anything that has a time associated with it, overclock will double it. You can deactivate it anytime you want, and then just play the game normal, or you can have ×2 game speed. So I'll go to sleep, wake up, activate overclock, play for a little bit, and log off. When you log off, this does not decrease. So right now, if I activated it, logged off, and came back, it would still be at 1 hour 37 plus however long I was offline with the time stored feature here. So good to know. This doesn't decrease if you're offline. On top of that, you have the system allocation feature. You have to have been overclocked for like 30 minutes before you can use this, but when you unlock this system, it's another sort of progression. You can actually spend your overclock minutes to collect these bonuses. As you can see, I have maxed out all the bonuses. You can pick and choose which one you want. They're here, and they're relatively cheap for as active as I've been, which is not at all. So I've always had a lot of overclock to spend. So I went ahead and I bought everything. You can choose to purchase these or not, up to you. XP and your ore boosters are going to be the most important. Stamina recharge is pretty good too. Anything that gives you a permanent boost to your account is going to be great. And then the main boost for now, until something else unlocks, I'm sure there will be more down here later. Main boost is going to be the XP. This one's actually very important. So if you have a lot of booster when you first wake up, go ahead and dump 1 hour or 30 minutes into this and get your XP up. This is XP all the time, not just when you're overclocked. This is all the time. And XP is used to level up your character, your Chad, and it gets very slow very quick. Right, I'm at level 20 right now, and XP is very hard to come by. That's your purple bar right up here. So definitely every morning you wake up, come into your overclock system, buy a thing if you want to, but start pumping up your XP. This will be very important later. And then you can also just, if you know you're going to be on the game for an hour or so, you got nothing else to do, you want to do some crafting, use the overclock. It really does help out, speed things up. Appreciate you, swag. Take it easy, bud. Alright, we are getting close to the end of this. How's everybody doing? Whoever all is still here, any questions, comments? Did I miss anything? Are you just sick of listening to me like I am? Let me know. Speak up if you have questions or if I didn't cover anything well. Marie's still here. Alright. I'm saying Ave Marie. That's how I'm reading that name. I've always wanted to know, is that correct? Am I saying it wrong? Ave Maria. You don't have an A at the end of it. It's Mary 486. Mother of Jesus. Got it. Okay. Oh, I'm tired. Almost there. We got like 2 more things to go over. I can see that. Okay. That makes sense. I'm with you. I'm just gonna call you Maria from now on. That's too much. I'm gonna forget all of this. Okay. Last thing on this screen is our Chad icon right here. This is our Chad. This is Demon Ace Chad. Your Chad will be whatever your name is on your Google account. You can see what our level is, what our current experience is, and I guess I should mention this now. Whenever you mine anything, you get experience. That's where that comes from. Is from mining resources. And truth be told, now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever seen like a number for how much XP you're getting per click. I just know that mining resources is where the XP comes in. I do believe that the offline mining still gives you XP, but I could be wrong there too. It might just be the manual mining. So the more you mine and the more XP multipliers you have, more XP you get. You'll see this bar go up. Maybe we can see it here. Yeah, you can kind of see like a faint light pink kind of going up. Once I let go, there we go, it fills up. So I leveled up just a little bit there, not all the way. So my Chad's level 20. I need more XP to level up. Every time you level up, you get 2 attribute points. This is your attribute tree. This is one of the ones people freak out. Again, I'm going to tell you now, you can't screw this up forever. You can screw it up. You can put all your points into force. I mean, even that wouldn't be too bad. You can put all your points into crafting and have no extra mining resources. Even that, honestly, it's really hard to screw something up in this game. But there definitely is. There's going to be more optimized ways to do this. But the great thing about this system, it doesn't reset automatically when you do an infusion, but it will reset. You can reset it when you do an infusion. So this can be changed at any point in the game. If you don't think that you put your points in the right place, you can always come back and change it later. I'm not going to go through every single one of these. Each one has their own dedicated power attributed to them. So force is going to be directly attributed to how much you're mining per click. Determination has how much stamina you're getting. and you know, so on and so forth. Everything has its own use. Big thing here is going to be in the middle of the tree, your affinity. Every time a skill gets to a certain level, you will unlock an affinity node. And you can see I need 15 force and 16 luck. Let's see if I can do that now. Actually, I can. So if I upgrade force twice, we can see affinity glow right here in the middle. And I can come here to duo, and I can claim affinity, and this is going to increase the product of this affinity. Boom, I saw it go from 1.25 to 1.5. These affinities are going to be, they're going to be big bonuses, they're going to be boosts, they're going to be different mechanics. The affinity stuff right here is from that tree, so every time I click and something happens, like you see the numbers go down, each one of those numbers means something. So the affinity tree is going to be great for specific boosts to the account. Everyone will tell you early on that luck is going to be the best affinity, gives you more crit chance and more resources gained, as well as resource drop chance. This is going to directly correlate to how much tokenium you get, which again is the reset resource. It's what you need to progress through the game. So everyone says, you know, luck is the best early, but if you go look at the leaderboards, not achievements, if you go, not ether, give me a second, hold on. If you go look at the leaderboards, we'll click on number 1. You can see he's not invested heavily into luck. Matter of fact, most of his stats are pretty well rounded. And I believe, you know, that to be due mostly to the fact of, like, yes, luck's going to be great early on. It's probably the most optimal build you can go for. But having well-rounded stats is going to allow you to have access to more levels of these affinities, which are going to be huge boosts to the account. So, is there an optimal path for certain parts of the game? Yes. Should you freak out if you're not using the most optimal path? No. And also, this can be reset. Take some time, read through the nodes. I'm not going to sit here and tell you which one's the best one to go for first. It's probably going to be the first one you have access to, which I believe is Duo. This one is, I think, the cheapest. I could be wrong, but I got at least a point into everything, as you can see. The yellow bar here is my progress. I've been working on everything. Well, I don't have these ones. No, I do. Yeah, 1 point in there. No points in there. So the yellow bar is not the progress. I lied. Anywho, I've been trying to keep everything similar for the most part. I'm probably going to rework these on my next infusion. That being said, that's what leveling up Chad gets you, is bonuses to different areas of the game, and you can pick which area you want to focus on. Aha moments. This little icon here. Every time your Chad hits a certain level, so level 10 first, then 15, then Chad level 20, and then 30, you get these aha moments, and they have different bonuses, multipliers, for all sorts of different mechanics of the game. So every level to any equipment that's going to be in your garage for your hammers and such, every level to any equipment is going to give me more sell price. Every tokenium infusion done increases this upgrade as well. So it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger as the game goes on. And the aha moments are really nice when you first unlock them. Okay, I think that's it for Chad. We're very close. Let's try and speedrun this as best we can, because I'm not going to have a guide for this one. Okay. I have been talking about infusions a lot, and when to do it, or how much people have done it, and all this other stuff. Infusions are the main reset of the game. They require your tokenium, the yellow resource right here. You're going to be asked to do one very, very early on, This green guy here, the G Corp, what's his name? It's Gamma, isn't it? Yeah, it's Gamma. Gamma will come to you when you've collected enough tokenium and tell you to do an infusion. Probably the best tip I can give you for this, for your early parts of the game, your first 5 infusions you want to do as soon as possible. Alright, that means when you do your first infusion, you can see up here at the top, this number right here on the right side, 569. This is how much of the tokenium ore Gamma wants you to acquire before you can do an infusion. And for your first 5 at least, as soon as your tokenium ore reaches that number, go ahead and hit this big red button here and do an infusion. What that does, it's going to reset your account with besides all the meta stuff. It's going to reset your progression, give you some of these yellow canisters right here. And then this number right here goes up. So next infusion I do, I will need more than 569. I'm not sure about how much. It will ramp up, as will the amount of tokenium that you're going to be getting on your next infusions. So main thing to take away, infusion is the main progression of the game. It's counterintuitive because you're going to reset, but every auto game does this. You're going to reset to get bigger bonuses. Do your first 5 as soon as possible. That is because you're going to unlock all of these different trees after your first 5. You're going to unlock 1 tree per infusion, up to 5, I should say. And each of these trees has many different nodes and bonuses, and they all require the tokenium canister resource to unlock it. And some trees are going to be cheaper than others, and it should feel pretty fluid which one you want to go through first. Like this tree, node number 2 is relatively cheap, as well as its side nodes. This one, a little more expensive, so let's go take a look at tree number 2. So instead of 1,000, we have 300, so cheaper. There's going to be nodes that you want to save up for, and I'm not going to tell you here and now which ones to save up for. It's going to be dependent on your playstyle and what you think is obtainable. The only thing I can tell you with your infusions is the first 5 as soon as possible. After that, go take a look through your trees and see what you like most about the game. If you need me to say this is better than the other, the only thing I can say is what I've been saying the whole time. Tokenium, XP, and credits. Those seem to be the big 3 that everyone and their grandma is going to tell you is the most important and you should go for first. I disagree. Not on an objective basis. They're probably the most important, but I want to kind of play with everything. I want everything to be even, and that's just how I get my enjoyment from the game. So take that with a grain of salt. Do what you will with it. I'm not here to tell you what the best node is to go for first or third or fifth. Read through the nodes and plan your route accordingly. The only other tip I will say for that, don't do what I'm doing right here. You see, I needed 569 tokenium to do my next infusion, and that would have netted me roughly a couple hundred tokenium. You can see that I have 100,000, and I'll get 15,000 canisters from it on infusion number 6. Don't do what I'm doing. This is the only way. I'm still not doing it wrong. As soon as I hit this big red button, I'm going to get all of this currency and make so many upgrades. It's going to be great. You're going to bore yourself out of the game if you do that on every infusion. I wasn't doing it for any reason other than I just been busy. So if you're active and want to see, there's people with millions, like they're up in the millions and trillions of canisters right now, and they're doing that because they're doing like infusions once a day. they're it's a pretty fluid system. It's really hard to mess up, and you can get these numbers up really big, really easily. When you're ready, you click the big red button. This screen comes up. You got a couple options here. You can't just click it. You have to click this button here that says activate the infusion chamber. If I don't click that, it won't let me infuse. So there's a verification system to make sure you don't accidentally click the button. And you also have your respec Chad on infusion. This is what I was talking about earlier. If you go to your, nope, not there. If you go to your Chad, the attribute points, if you don't like where you've allocated them, you don't like how it's going, you can hit that respec button on your next infusion. You'll get all of these back, and you can reallocate them however you want. Okay, I think that was it. I think that was it. I'm cutting the music. We're done. Anyone that's here think I missed anything? Or need to expand on something better? Or tell you what you should go for? I don't... Just a second. Okay, that is... Oh, I believe that's everything. God, I hope it is. If it's not, someone's gonna let me know. Yeah, anyone have any questions? 2 hours, and oh man, editing's gonna be annoying. I'm gonna try to break this down and edit this down to a cohesive, just the important parts, not me rambling and talking to y'all, video. But I think that's everything. Everyone good? Appreciate all of y'all that have come to hang out. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed, Chad, and I hope this helped, get you started. I've been enjoying the game, and I cannot wait to click the big red button. But I'm going to do that in my own time when I have a chance to sit down and look through everything. Also, we've already been here for 2 hours. I'm tired. I have stuff to do before work tomorrow. So, alright. Appreciate everyone for chilling. If you need, you have questions, join the Discord and be looking for the video that I will make from this that has everything more broken down and cohesive. It just sticks to the important parts. So, yeah, appreciate y'all for hanging out. Hope you have a great day.